it's gonna get real after a while, man. It's gonna get real. All right, and you're not ready for it.
Yeah, and then walruses out there with them hair weaves, they're gonna be they when they get hungry,
Yeah.
they gonna get vicious, man. You know?
Yeah, and you can't get them Big Macs without getting a chip. It's going to get ugly. Going back to the New American, it says, so begins an article by writer Mark Slavo about how human implanted microchips won't just be popular in the future. Notice he said won't just be popular, because the popularity of this chip is beginning, is taking off. Yep. You know, won't just be popular in the future, they'll be mandatory. Moreover, if his vision of tomorrow is correct, hardly anyone will have to be dragging, kicking, and screaming by jack-booted storm troopers or robots into the brave new world. Rather, most people will willingly be chipped as we slouch toward Oceania, which they make reference to, what is that, 1984, the book and the movie, where you had this fictional place called Oceania. And, basically, the leaders of in the book and the movie, the leaders wanted to control everyone in this great utopia, which they call Oceania. Okay, so that's what the chip is. It's just a form of control. And you notice the article says most people willingly will accept the chip. So that's what we've been saying, man. Haven't we been saying that?
On it, boy. We're going to be doing live specials on it, boy. We're going to go to your chip centers, and we're going to see how many of you niggas take this chip. And now, I highly recommend that you watch this series that I put up 2 years ago called What is the Mark of the Beast? And this is on GMS DocuTube, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on my page, and I urge other you brothers, you brothers in the know, you brothers in good standing, that take brothers' videos and put it on your page, which is good. That's a new trend, to put this video up, man. So these nigglets out here can be warned. Now, if they buck up against it, hey, that's on you. It's going to get real out here, my man. It's going to get real. The end of the world is not going to come unless this thing, this chip thing, prophecy come to pass. The mark of the beast come to pass.
I got a quick article here. This is just bear with me 1 second while I go to the top of the page here.
Well, let me say something, man. Okay. This is some amazing shit, man. This is some amazing shit. You know why? Because it was John, as the scholars refer to him as John the Revelator, that made this revelation 2,000 years ago. Yep. And John himself didn't know what this thing was all about. That's right. And here it is 2,000 years later, and it's coming to pass, and it's right before your eyes, and you can't see it. But guess what? We recognize it, man. We recognize it, okay? And then what do we do when we recognize it? We told it to the people, man. Hey, look, by the time you see this video, it'll be May 1st, May 2nd, right? May 1st is a major, that's May Day. That goes back to the founding of the Illuminati by Adam Weishaupt, man. Remember in May of 2011? The news came out, I believe it was 2011, the news came out that Obama said that Osama was dead, and I knew that was full of shit, because I was waiting all day. I said, wait a minute, this is May 1st, ain't nothing happened. Then around 11 o'clock at night, I came to the crib, put it on CNN, and sure enough, breaking news, Osama bin Laden is dead. And I said, man, this is bullshit. The nigga died back in 2002. What was his code name? Osman, what was his first name? Tim Osman. Tim Osman, a CIA operative, man. Okay? He died of 02, I think it was 02, of, what was it kidney failure? I think it was kidney failure. Yeah, he was on dialysis and all that. And they had to, they kind of put him, they said, they kept bringing him up. Then they had one, oh, here he is again. Then they had a guy that looked like a Muppet. And you can clearly see that this guy was a fake. You saw the guy's head, but you saw these hands that didn't fit the rest of his body. We knew it was bullshit because we didn't know, man. We know what's going on, man. So now what your eyes should be on is what's going to happen 2016, May 1st. What's going to happen? Is anything going to happen, take place? Or maybe nothing's going to happen, but something's going to happen behind the scenes. You know, some form of legislation. And it always happens on May 1st. See, everything's coming together right now. Reality is hitting you, getting ready to hit you dead in the face. And the ones of you that are not in the know, you're going to be taken by it. The ones of you that are in the know, you're going to know what to do. And the rest of you are going to bug out.
This is Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. You know, and that's pretty much what we're doing. Now, this is a website from rents.com. It says, the microchip agenda. Would you like a chip to go with that hot dog? This is written back in August of 2005. And I just want to go down here. I didn't read the whole article. I just skimmed through it. And I found something a little interesting right here. So I'm going to read this for you. It says, the surveillance society is upon us, and the microchip implant is merely one aspect of this evil agenda. The surveillance cameras are sprouting up everywhere around us by the thousands. The problem here is that everything is laid bare in which anyone can have evidence fabricated against them. And everything that appears as part of the stored data in the microchip coincidentally meets the criteria of acceptable judicial evidence. Combine this with a Star Chamber secret tribunal for those branded enemies of the state by the occupied shadow government, and the potential for abuse will be too much to avoid for those whose usual operational code of conduct is criminal behavior by default. Royalty has been chipped. One now needs to be chipped to gain entry to the exclusive VIP clubs. The microchip is being turned into a fashion statement. Our pets need to be chipped, and so do our children. Celebrities are getting chipped. Computer geeks are calling them wet wire. We have gone from credit cards to smart cards with their own chip. We belong to shoppers clubs, and for doing so, we get an artificial discount. Being chipped means we can leave both our wallet and our money at home. We can drink ourselves blind at a local nightclub, and we no longer have to worry about losing our identification. When we get chipped, we will be envied by our friends and family. We will be the early adopters, the ones who stood at the front of the line. And pretty much that's what they do. You know, they like when somebody gets a brand new car, you know, in the neighborhood, everybody's envious of them. Or when somebody gets a new house, everybody's envious of them. And they want to emulate that person. That's what they're going to push this thing out as.
Oh, the Jacobs family. I forgot what news network broadcast that. They had a family in Florida by the name of the Jacobs family.
So-called Jews.
Yeah, so-called Jews who got the chip, and they made a big deal about it. You know, the Jacobs family.
And that was way back in 2002, I believe, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken. Anyway, I got some news here. This is